morning, YouTube. Matt Emroy back again. Back to you with Mr. Baxter over here. You can see he's cleaning away. Been a real stinker last night. He kept me up till about 4 a.m. Coming in and out of my room, jumping on my bed, wanting to play constantly. It was unbelievable. He's never done that before. He does that to mom and dad sometimes, but usually not to me. So we'll have to see what happens. Well, if you guys haven't heard yet, we are in for a really nasty snowstorm. They're calling the storm basically apocalyptic. Basically, starting this Saturday, it's going to start to snow in the morning. It's going to continue on all day till sometime Sunday morning. Friday, we're actually going to get a little bit of rain, which is going to be bad because it's going to rain Friday. Then Friday evening, it's going to stop, but the temperatures are going to plummet down into the 20s. So ice is most likely going to form on the road surfaces, and then the next day you're going to get snow on top of that. They're talking anywhere right now between 3 to 9 inches with locally heavier areas. And usually when they say that, that means we wind up getting about a foot because we live right in that sweet spot of the area where we tend to get the most moisture. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens. So basically, what I predict is going to happen is in a layer of ice with about a foot of snow on top of it, and that's very likely right now, and that'll make for some very tough driving conditions, especially here in Southern Virginia. When you get close to a foot of snow, that's about it. Yeah, we're closed for about 2 weeks, so I don't know. We'll have to see what exactly happens, but pretty much done all of our shopping. I may need to go out and get a few more things. If you look over here, Baxter's all ready for it, aren't you, bud? Aren't you ready for this? You ready for the storm? You gonna come say hi to everybody on YouTube? He's a little camera shy. He's not too bad. I have another cast that would just totally cringe from the camera. Come say hi, bud. Okay. He's just too interested in cleaning right now. So, what else do I want to talk about? Well, I wanted to let you know of something that I'm considering doing. I haven't decided yet. That Asus Core i7 system I picked up at the thrift store about a month ago is kind of just sitting around right now. I haven't had a need for it. I use it every once in a while. Like if somebody comes over, a friend, I'll let them go on that computer and work on it. But as of right now, it's just pretty much sitting. So this was kind of my thought process. I want to upgrade the quality of some of my videos. Not necessarily the vlogs. The vlogs stand well on their own. But other videos that I do for the channel, tech videos, food review videos, I'd really like to have better intros, a little bit better editing. And I think the only way I'm going to wind up doing that is with a Mac. So here's what I'm thinking. I have pretty much decided that I want to get an iMac. So I'm going to put that Asus Core i7 up for sale. Now, I don't know exactly what I'm going to get for it. I've done some research. I know some of you guys told me you thought it was worth $600-700. I don't think it's worth quite that much. I'll probably ask $450 or $500 for it. Locally, there's a place here called Shiny Computers. Now, they've advertised some iMacs on sale for about $500. Now, they're older ones. They're like 2009, 2010 models. I'd like to try to get something newer, and I might be able to do that if I find something like on a private sale. But even if I have to go with something like that, I think I'll be okay because I should still be able to run El Capitan. You guys could tell me if I can or not. Believe me, I'm not a Mac person at all. It's been probably 5 or 6 years since I've actually owned a Mac. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like I said, I haven't 100% decided, yes, I'm going to do this, but it's looking more and more like I want to because I think using Final Cut Pro and iMovie, which I haven't used in a while, but I do have a friend that is an expert in iMovie, and he said that he could he'd come over and help me with that, and that's you, Primal Edge. So if I do get that Mac, I am definitely going to need your help with this. So I'm going to go and pause the video for a few minutes. I need to do a few things. I am going to have to go out shopping because I just remember we're out of milk, bananas, eggs, pretty much the staples. So yeah, that's not too good, especially with storms coming. So I will talk to you guys later, and we'll go ahead and say goodbye to Baxt. Extreme close-up. Kitty! Kitty! All right, guys.
All right,
Talk to you in a
tubers. So
little
I thought it
bit.
was about time to give you an update on LT.
We have been giving her these treats for the last week. These are the GNC Ultra Mega Calming Formula, and I've doubled up on these the past couple of days to see if it helps. And just show you what ingredients are in there. You can pause the video if you want to read that more. This is what it actually has in it. Brewer's yeast, which is kind of funny. I've never actually seen that as a main ingredient in a treat. But the proof is in the pudding, guys. She is really becoming much more friendly. She's a lot more calm. She's actually letting me pet her again. Good girl. I have noticed she is still pulling her fur out, unfortunately. I think that's an allergy. I thought it was stress-related, but I'm really starting to think it might be an allergy, so I think a bath is definitely in her future again, which she is not the worst cat to give a bath, believe me. I've actually seen cats that are much worse. She'll fight towards the end, but that's mainly just because she's really getting aggravated about how long it takes. But in the beginning, she's actually pretty good. I've actually was able to put her head under the faucet. Now, if you guys want to see that video, you can look back. It was called, I think it was called Giving LT a Bath. And yeah, so she's doing really, really well right now. Very calm. She's letting me pet her, though. The funny thing with her is I have to pet her here. See, now Baxter's coming to play with her. Baxter, you know you're not supposed to do that, buddy. Yeah, I can't stop him. I've tried. But see, normally she would be bolting since Baxter's here. But she's actually still pretty calm right now, so definitely a plus. I definitely would recommend these chews. If you have a cat that is very anxious, nervous all the time, kind of afraid of their own shadow, then this is definitely the way to go because this has helped her tremendously. Well, I'm going to go ahead and give these guys a little more attention, and I will catch up with you in a little bit.
I am here at my local Food Lion store, and there are a few things in here I wanted to show you, some items that you would not expect a little grocery store to have. So I'm going to come in here and show you what I'm talking about and be back in just a moment. So the first thing I want to show you is something that I absolutely love. Those of you that are big fans of Olive Garden probably already know what I'm going to show you. That's right. My Food Lion actually has the Olive Garden Italian dressing, and it has a couple of different options. It's got the light Italian and then the regular Italian. This is the 16 fluid ounce. That one's $3.69. Or you can get the larger size, which is what I'm going to get today, for $4.99. This is actually the same size you get in Olive Garden, but it's actually $2 less. So this is a real bargain for sure. And for as much as I know, this is the only store in my area that actually carries this particular salad dressing. I also need to pick up some bananas today. Taped over ripe bananas are 41 cents, but we're not going to get those. The regular ones are 58 cents. So just go ahead and pick up one of these because we do eat a lot of bananas in our house, and they carry the Del Monte ones, which are decent. Not my favorite bananas, but they're good enough. All right, on to the next item. One thing that always amazes me is the price differences between week to week, especially on their sodas. Last week, these were 69 cents each, and now they're 84 cents. But, you know, what are you going to do? Prices increase. This is the one that my dad drinks. This is the Food Lion Diet Ginger Ale. So we're going to wind up getting 4 of those. Let's see, 1, 2... And they don't always have all 4 in, actually. I'm surprised that they have enough, probably because the price is higher this week. So we'll get 4 of those, and I got to get a few other things. So I got the sodas, bananas, and also got the salad dressing. The next thing I got to get is milk. We'll see how much that is this week. Another savings in this store is the meat section. As the meat tends to get a little bit older, they do what's called a manager's special. To give you an example, so you got fresh chicken thighs here, bone in. These were originally $3.72 and now they're only $2.23. Well, that's because if you look closely here, these are actually expiring tomorrow, but they're still plenty good. And I've done this before, like when I do my chicken soup, I'll actually buy a whole bunch of these and use that in the soup because once you cook it, they're good for a lot longer after that. So if you have a Food Lion near you, definitely check this out. I mean, huge savings. Give you an example. These are the all-natural fresh chicken thighs right here. Hopefully my phone will focus on that, but you can see originally $4.05, now it's $2.43. So these are actually almost half off. And again, just because they're going to expire tomorrow. So if you need something quick for dinner and you know you're going to use this right away, this is one of the best options. Food is perfectly fine to eat. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Not too bad. Milk is $3.09. I usually can get that at Aldi for like $2.89, so it's only like 30 cents more. I think I'll pick it up. Not going to make another trip to save 30 cents. That's a waste of money right there. I want to get here today, and I'm actually surprised they still have them because they sell out of these pretty quickly, are the Aunt Nellie's Pickle Beets. Now, if you guys want to eat healthy and have good blood flow, this is one of the best foods you can eat. Now, you can eat regular beets too. A lot of people like them, but I like the ones that are pickled. Basically, give a little bit better taste, and it's just my personal preference. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up. Actually, I'm going to do 2 jars of these, and we'll head home and see what the rest of the day brings. Talk to you in a little bit. All right, shopping is done for the day. Whew. Not a lot, but enough to at least get us through the storm. All right, tubers. You know, it absolutely amazes me how drastically different people down in this area of Virginia take a snowstorm than they did when I lived in New York. I mean, they're really predicting only about 9 to 12 inches right now, so at the most maybe a foot. And they're already treating it like the apocalypse. And it is true, unfortunately, down here, when you have just that little amount of snow, because there's no, whoa, lady, person even watch just cut right out in front of me. Well, get back to what I was saying. When you even have this little amount of snow, because down here we don't have the equipment to remove it like they did in New York, it really shuts everything down for a while. And I remember years past when we had 12 to 15 inches snow, so just a little over a foot and a half. We would be crippled for about a week. I mean, that was fairly common. And like I said, the problem down here is they have enough equipment to plow the highways and salt them, to plow the main roads, you know, the main thoroughfares, but not side roads. As a matter of fact, down here, I cannot remember one time that a side road was ever plowed during any storm. And when we asked them about it, we actually talked to VDOT, which is our Department of Transportation. They say it's because they just don't have enough equipment to do it. That is partially true. The other end of that is they also don't have the money to do it. They only set aside about, from what I understand in this area at least, Hampton Roads, about $8 million. I remember them saying that one year to deal with snow removal and cleanup. Well, that seems like a lot of money, but it really isn't. I'd never forget, I think it was 2014. Don't quote me on that though. That was what they had said they set aside, and I remember 2 storms in, that money was gone. And that year we actually wound up having 5 winter weather events. Now, I believe 3 of those were actual snowstorms. One was small, one was like maybe 2-3 inches. Another one a little bigger, one was about 8 inches, and then the other one wound up being about 15 inches. But there were also times where we just had the ice storms, because it was like right on the precipice of freezing. It was like around 33, 34 degrees, and it was very, very cold in the upper atmosphere. And what would happen is it would be frozen when it came there, and as it came down here, it would melt just a little bit. But because the night before this, the temperatures had gotten down to about maybe 20, 25 degrees, even though it was technically above freezing temperature-wise, the ground was still in the 20s when it came to the temperature. So whenever the rain came down, it was weird. It would start off frozen, it would melt as it went into the lower parts of the atmosphere, and you could actually feel it on you, and when it went on the road, it actually refroze again. So that, coupled with the other winter storms, it put us at a hurting. So if there are times during the year, like now, when it snows a lot and I'm not able to get out that much, that's pretty much why. The main roads will be fine, but I have to pass through about 1.5 miles of secondary roads to get to a main road from where my house is. And unfortunately, I love my Lincoln Town Car, don't get me wrong, but it is not the greatest vehicle in snow because it is rear-wheel drive. The only way that I can actually drive this in snow and ice is to put about 600 pounds in the trunk. So probably what I'll wind up doing this weekend, depending on how bad it is, probably binge watch something on Netflix. I did get those Downton Abbey Blu-rays for Christmas. Probably gonna go ahead and look at those again. We actually already almost finished season 1 so far. Yeah, I know everybody's like, how can you watch stuff? I'm like, I like Downton Abbey. So you know what? Give me a thumbs up if you like Downton Abbey too. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up for this video. Maybe just leave a comment. Well, I am home. I need to go ahead and put these groceries away, and we'll see what the rest of the day brings. I will talk to you guys in a little
fun
bit.
here with Baxter. I got the laser light, and let's see him play. What's that? Sometimes he'll go in circles too. Woo! Come on, buddy. What you want? Oh. This is so funny how much he likes this. I know my cat LT used to like it, but she's getting a little finicky in her old age. She won't really play with it very much. Baxter. Psst, 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 psst. If I go out in the hallway... Yeah? What? Oh. Now watch. He'll kind of squirm for it. If you look at the back near his hips, he'll start moving a little bit if he thinks he's gonna pounce on it. All right, and go. No. He's a little apprehensive. I think he knows that I'm filming him, and it kind of gets him a little irritated. Good boy. So you got to do this to play with him, because he has too much energy. Good boy. Good boy. All right, Baxter, we'll leave you alone and play with you a little bit later, but yeah, we're going to get you nice and tuckered out for this evening. I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here for today. We had some fun, went shopping, gave you 2 updates on the cats, both cats, and played with Baxter. So I'd say this was a good day overall. One thing I did want to mention, coming soon, I am going to do a cold start on the 2002 Ford F-250 diesel. It's not going to be a super cold start, because I think the temperature only get down to about 22, but since we are going to be using that when the snow comes, I am definitely going to do at least one cold start on that for you. So stay tuned for that. Hope you guys really enjoyed the vlog today. Please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.